After what felt like an eternity of waiting, Sonic X Shadow Generations is finally here. I'll admit that when this game was first revealed, I was definitely on the more disappointed side. Sonic Generations was a game that I didn't think really needed to be remade, so this just felt like a waste of a new Sonic game. However, as more pre-release material came out, I really came around to the idea of this game and was super stoked to try it out. As always, I gave this game a fair try and wanted to give you my raw, unfiltered first impressions of it. I won't be focusing so much on the Sonic Generations portion of the game during this video, but I'll give some quick thoughts I had on it. I ran through Green Hill Zone as both classic and modern Sonic to make sure all is as it should be here. From what I can see, everything is in its right place and feels and looks great. Classic Sonic especially feels awesome now that he has the drop dash. The drop dash certainly will make replaying the game extra fun. I was also very pleased with the presentation of the game. Sonic Generations PC port wasn't always the nicest looking, so it's great to see it in all its glory at last. The cutscenes also look better than they ever have. Something that caught me completely off guard about the cutscenes was that Tails' dialogue has been completely re-recorded by Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who has been the main voice actress of Tails for the last few years. I'm not sure if this was revealed before launch, but it was definitely a pleasant surprise. She has such a great interpretation of the character, and I'm glad she is here. Sorry if these thoughts are quite scattered, but these were just a few things that I noticed when I was testing the game out. The real meat of this game is the Shadow Generations portion. I was so excited to try out Shadow Generations. Right off the bat, something that was great was the Shadow Story section of the main menu. It basically gives you the spark notes of Shadow's story so that all players are caught up. I thought this was a really neat addition, and the artwork was fantastic. Immediately after booting into the Shadow Generations game, I was met with a stunning opening cutscene. Dare I say this is one of the best looking Sonic cinematics of all time. They really outdid themselves. The fun only continued when I booted into the first zone, Space Colony Arc. Let me just say, I audibly went, oh shit, because this zone looks better than it ever has. Another thing that stuck out to me right away was the kick-ass music playing. The song remixes the original Space Colony Arc theme from Sonic Adventure 2 and turns it on its head. I normally don't do this in videos, but I'd like to take a minute to show off what a fantastic piece of music this is. This level throws you right into the action, and Shadow feels like an absolute dream to control. This is a big claim, but I think this is one of the best opening levels to any Sonic game ever. It's definitely up there with the likes of City Escape and Emerald Coast. The way this stage uses the Chaos Control mechanic to its fullest is magnificent. At a few points during the level, you can use Chaos Control to slow down moving objects to forge a path to speed through. This all culminates during the halfway point of the level when you use Chaos Control to freeze and absolutely decimate a missile that is flying at you. To say this level left me speechless is an understatement. I really can't wait to check out the rest of Shadow Generations and see what else it has to offer. If this singular level is a sign of things to come, we're really in for a treat. So do I think Sonic X Shadow Generations is worth buying? As a Sonic fan, I can give you a resounding yes. Sonic Generations is already one of the best platformers ever made, and this new Shadow Generations campaign will only add to how great that game is. The price tag is a lot for a game that's going on 13 years old, but if that's something that bothers you, you should definitely wait for a sale. Even if you choose to wait, this game is definitely one to add to your library at some point. I can't recommend it enough.